There's something I've been wanting to share with you, if now's a good time. It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you. Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind. I'm sure. I trust you. How I came to be who I am. How I found my way to Lady Shah's embrace. I don't remember how it started, only how it ended. I was fleeing. She asked my name. I can't remember what I said. I can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. It hurts. That's all I remember.
Something sparks in your memory about Selûnite rites of passage. You heard once about how they would send their children out into the wilds to navigate their way home.
You're reading too much into things. A childhood bauble, that's all. Just because Selûnites claim something doesn't mean they own it. Lady Shah. But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often. Perhaps I was. She sent me on this mission, after all. I think I know what you mean. There's an undeniable rapport, and yet we haven't made time for each other. Time alone. Easily remedied, if you like. I know a place. Not just yet. Let's choose our moment. Some quiet night, when the others are asleep and there's no distractions. I'll come for you.
I've found my mark. Sometimes the only way out is through. Hope your soul is in good hands.
I'm ready.
I feel a breeze. What's down there?
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in. You can sense something dark about this tome, something profane.
I applaud your taste.
As you look into you've seen similar books in wizards' libraries. A tome on Faerun magic, a rare and expensive find. But people have gone mad reading less dangerous texts.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
We surely shouldn't leave such a threat out, where anyone could stumble across it.
The book's pull is irresistible. You feel changed, bettered for having opened it. Suddenly you are capable of anything. Felling mountains, darkening suns, conversing with the dead. Glyphs shift gently before your eyes. Words slip into your mind, onto your lips, forming words you don't understand. And something is trying to reply. The symbols move aggressively, probing your mental defenses. But you hold strong. For now. Around you is gone. You can only see those glyphs, only hear those voices. You feel claws moving in the shadows. They pull at you, dragging you closer. The glyphs scream, branding your mind with strange runes. You see time rewritten, fate undone, your future thrumming with power. Black strands of weave curl all about you, only to sink as into graves as you try to grab hold. Necromantic spells, tantalizingly powerful, slip away forever. The book snaps closed. You've seen too much. What profane knowledge is now seared inside of you should never have known.
I've got a long road ahead.
Feast fit for an ogre. You notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat. You yank the dagger free, leaving a narrow slit behind. Mystery meat, tough as boar hide. Only the sharpest teeth could pierce it.
Need something? Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire. Yes and no. The problem is, once you're a vampire spawn, they completely control you. They have to allow you to bite them. And why would they do that? Vampires are power-hungry creatures. They won't lose a servant to create a competitor. Trust me, it doesn't happen. Well, obviously I would. But you have so many followers already. I wouldn't want to crowd you. Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
A question for our master monster hunter. How would you approach killing a vampire?
A full-on vamp, you mean? Lure it into the sun, drive a stake through its heart. And that's not the end of it. The suckers are wily. And no offense.
Strange. It looks healthy.
None taken.
But it's still
Wiliness
dead.
keeps me alive. More, who cares about some pig? It's dead. Let's go.
Something tore right
sorry.
through these people.
Which of us
They
would you
didn't
rather
stand a
feed on
chance.
if you had free reign?
Will, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous. I'm salivating already.
Feast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas. You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
Watch it! That hyena's going for help!
What should I do? Moving.
Making my move. They do have a way of popping up when least expected.
Let's move. The smell of blood will draw trouble.
Killed a few giant bats in my day, Astarion, but never hunted a vampire.
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend one.
one horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
what was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called Paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full.
Oh, gladly. This circus is all yours, my friend.
Let's hop. Damn, it's good to be alive.
Let's move.
So, Will, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
Not so much a story as a pantomime. And I've played my part all too poorly.
I would too. Go on, Will. We're listening. Who sicked you on me?
You're not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to your throat, Karlak.
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming for you, Will.
You're closer than you know. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll face my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Cut it out. It's worse than Knowles out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home. I'll tell you whatever you wish to know. Just let us live, please.
This is rich. They serve the archdevil Zariel. Biggest liar in all the realms. Seems her servants have picked up some of Mummy's tricks. Believe me, these sneaky fucks won't stop till they have me hog-tied at her feet.
It isn't true. Half of us are badly injured, the other half dead. I admit we ambushed you. An assignment from our god, Tyr. We thought you a devil, and with your flames you proved us right. But Tyr will not consign us to our death. He is merciful. Leave us, and we'll leave you. What? Please, I am wounded, overcome. I can hardly remember my own name.
I'll rip your tongue out, you liar.
That's right, Karlak. So now, as in the Hells, I can see why her ladyship wants a murderous brute like you back. Enough! Enough! I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Here we go again.
What's the plan? Strike hard, strike fast.
Put him up. The hammer's gonna fall.
This is my time. No time to waste.
It's taken care of.
Count on me.
No holding back. Worth a try.
Aye, aye.
Blood comes easy these days.
Need to stay focused. On my way.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. Zariel's gotta stop fucking with me, you know? I'm done with it. I'm done with her. I'm free. I'm free. Fuck you.
I can keep going a little longer now. That helped.
That ought to do it. Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look? Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down. High pain tolerance, and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those Paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him. A weaponsmith, huh? Not sure if he's the guy, but I'd love to find out. A tune-up would do this rusty heart a world of good. That might be worth a look.
I'm way too big.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Well, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God damn it. Anyone but her.
Well, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. Don't you worry. That ship has long sailed the Styx. But a defiant pup must still pay his price. To wit.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet. There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget,
our pact still stands.
Ta-ta.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
gods damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings. All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. It could well be. She has the blighted thing. What I know of it is simply what has engraved itself upon my memory. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mazora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads. We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet. Well met. The one little question that put me out of house and home. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. Well met. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck. Not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
Hey, soldier. The year, 10 Air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today. What's the story? Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about? First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right? Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you? I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at. Yeah? We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
I hope Mizora flies into the blades of a windmill for what she did to Will. Though, I must admit, the new look is a little dashing. It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course. You made it. Come here. Sit with me. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions? Right. Friendship. Very well, have it your way. To friendship. . Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you. Fishing for blackmail material, that's all. Go on. I insist. Seems like you truly know the city. I never got to explore it to my liking. Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting. Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now. I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us. Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. What? I know, but you're sweet to notice. Thank you for last night. Well deserved, though.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
That didn't hurt, did it? I should think so. Let's head back, if we must. All's well, I hope. No. I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked and kissed. I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss. I hope so too. Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Very serious of you. But go ahead. It's strange. I've been dwelling on what I told you before about wanting to become a Dark Justiciar. But perhaps I should be content with my lot. I'm already blessed to have you at my side, after all.
So, Will did the right thing, and it earned him a set of horns. Let that be a lesson to us all. Need something?
The Blade of Frontiers in the guise of a devil. I'd remark on the irony. But I'd hate to waste the breath. Still, it took guts to defy that petty patron of his. The blade's sting is real.
Well met.
I can't help feeling Will got off lightly. The wrath of the hells is second only to the wrath of the heavens. Having a devil in our camp will certainly make things interesting. Never a dull day, is there?
Do you? So do I. You see, I'm not a big believer in life is a tempest of events that sometimes we brace against and sometimes embrace. You're one such event that, one day soon perhaps, I'd like to embrace.
We all have our burdens, one way or the other.
That is most gratifying to hear. May I? Thank you. Oh, that hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, but no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters. Grateful as I am, the course of our camaraderie is much better served by not taking that particular detour. Not just yet. Sincerely, though. I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told. My lord, I bow to your boundless kindness. How can I help?
I like Gale, but I'm keeping all my good gear well out of sight. Everything fancy he touches meets a grisly end.
So, Gale just consumes magical items like I do wine. We truly are a group apart. Nevertheless, as quirks go, that's a new one for me. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
I've known people who are hungry for power, but Gale takes it a bit too literally for my liking. I wonder how he does it. Why he does it. I'm sure all will be revealed in time, but I don't like it. A waste of perfectly good treasure.
Gale is positively voracious. Well, let him suck up all the magic he needs, as long as he doesn't snack on a Githyanki's silver sword.
Gale slurped that thing up like a horse with a carrot. I hope he got what he needed from it.
You look happy, Shadowheart. Like a night orchid in bloom.
You must be imagining it.
It's all over your face.
It must be all the fresh air since the crash. Has me flush.
It looks good on you.
Bodies everywhere. Accident? Or sabotage?
Shadowheart, the way you paint around your eyes, they look permanently cloaked in shadow.
It brings me closer to Lady Shah. One day, all of our eyes will feast on her endless darkness. Besides, I think it suits my bone structure.
And yet your bed pillow bears barely a smudge. You are a woman of many talents.
How long do you think we've got before the...
Thought I sensed an infernal around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And... you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallogized Demano valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help. But I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Vernus. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Hey, soldier. I think we picked up some of that infernal iron already. What say you? Should I give it to him? Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now. but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlach. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Hold on to it for now, but it's my top priority. Believe me. Anything to take my mind off, well, everything. I miss my forge.
This is ridiculous.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Bring it on.
Me too. Just sad. Bored.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Take me. What I wouldn't do for better tools.
True.
Chuck, be wary of false promises. The missing... You're full up. Dismiss someone first. Ready for battle. Oh, action, not reaction.
This is ridiculous. Put that in the bucket.
What use is water to us?
By Mordai's eyes, another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Has the tadpole ravaged your senses? Sympathy will not lead us to purity. Kichoki. Fine.
Thanks. What do you want from me? On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side. And I just ran.
The map. Show me.
No hard feelings. Gods, deliver me.
The last time a subordinate questioned my judgment, I ate tongue stew that very night. Cold? Soon you will be vomiting blood and tearing apart your own flesh. When the tentacles sprout from your lips, will you still cry that I was cold? Then I needn't make it again. The tiefling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Faerun. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
Step back.
What about my tail?
Lady, have you ever done a good deed just for the sake of it?
I have performed deeds well and efficiently. Is this what you mean?
Not exactly. But you answered my question.
A trap. Time to dance.
Smell that? Blood. This whole plain reeks of it.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not need awakening. My senses are sharp as steel.
that blood? No, never mind. Awake and alert.
Who the hell's... Get over here and help! If we don't deal with them gnolls, none of us are getting out of here alive. Across the chasm? You might have got in that way, but you're stuck with us now. Half-devil you might be, but I don't see any wings. Thanks. Me and the boy will do what we can to help. We've still got some fight in us.
That might be worth a look.
Take the leader down! I'll try to hold the rest back!
Choice but to keep going. May the gods take you first. Fleet of foot. Ah!
My path be true.
Say bye-bye.
Well, so much for peace. No holding back. Fleet of foot.
Make way!
It's hot in here. Victory awaits.
Nothing will stand in my way. No holding back.
Is this your first time on the Sword Coast, Lae'zel?
Yes. It is much more. You should search that corpse.
Is
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Rogan. Third time, agent. Ambushed. Nose. Saved cargo. Wizard shipments. Secrets. Dangerous. Tavern. The interim hideout. Beneath tavern.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
So called because you like to scratch behind the ear?
The blade of frontiers, hmm? Do you always need to be the center of attention?
Anything but. I don't fight to be flattered.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Hide out. Beneath Joaquin's rest chest. Locked. Ambush. No Holly.
What a chest!
Well, there's only one way to know for sure. Sharp as ever. All's well that ends. That symbol in the blood. What does it mean?
My turn.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. Have to keep going.
Finding my way.
I am fury. I am death. On the move.
Smoke. Something's burning.
Defender
Great
of the
God,
people.
Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, Helm. Allow us peace in this plane and
Wish to
beyond.
live in more
Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
It's been a day, Scratch. Come here, boy.
What's on your mind? Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed back in the thick... Ah, excellent choice.
Looking ahead.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear. He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one that talked him into joining the Fist. A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Great God, help.
The heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble. Still alive. So that's progress.
Ah!
So cold because you like a scratch behind the ear?
What's on your mind? Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Back in the... Salutations.
Stop me yet. That symbol in the blood. What does it mean?
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augustil will affix the Zaithisk, the Purifier, to our heads. His magic will quell
That Zaithisk you mentioned intrigues me. Care to tell me a bit more?
An intricate device crafted by Malar, our most gifted artisans. I am sworn to say no more.
Smoke. Something's burning.
He of the unsleeping eyes, grant me the might to carry this burden. Grant me the faith to face darkness without fear. He should never have been here in the first place. I'm the one. A massacre. Drow and goblins slaughtered the lot. Please, just leave me be.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes. Now make yourself useful. Push, damn it, push! Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time! You hear me? We hear you! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Fight out!
Heat coming off that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Councillor Floric, are you all right?
Will, by the main God, what's become of you?
A story best left for calmer days. Now breathe deeply. Are you in pain?
Scorched throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Report to the Manor and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke. On your command, Councillor.
No, it can't be. You mean they've taken my...
Yes, Will. The Drow have your father. As well you should. He is the great champion of the Council. Commander of the Flaming Fist, the binding force holding Baldur's Gate together.
Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him.
Will, you must hold little love for your father. But please, find him and return him to the city.
Trust us to see it through, Councillor.
Thank you. When the Grand Duke returns to the city, he'll hail his only son, a hero.
Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can.
Remember, Will, courage is found in the battle against fear, not in the defeat of it.
So Father said. I won't soon forget.
Fist, to work.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Shit. You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son. Thank you. That means a lot. But I wonder, what makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast. I know. And you're right. My story is one of two men. The Blade of Frontiers. A man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And Will Ravengard. The memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind. I'm all for it. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Here. Though, truth be told, I'd sooner down a week-old hooch at a ramshackle inn. Better company, and a better buzz.
Thank you. Thank you.
Slaughtered everyone.
Mary.
Oh, Mary. You're a medium? You're gonna speak to her? Could you ask her something for me? The dowry. She'd know where it is. It's for her sister's wedding. Miri had it when she ran out.
Dowry for sister in barn.
The barn? She must mean one of the empty buildings behind the inn. I trust you to get it for me. I can't leave her.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Mirilith, Faerun. From Eltergard, traveling, sister's wedding. Finding husband, Benrin, inside. Door locked, trapped, fire. Inside, room, top floor.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Drowcraft armor. No magic left, though. Sun's too bright. Looks like there's a chest buried in that hay.
I know this doesn't change anything. I need some time. I won't forget.
The ox tenses, horns lowered in your direction. His hide twitches, every muscle primed to bolt. He's terrified. The ox calms, his tail swishing a sound.
What was, Never mind.
A human man awaits you, a spell crackling at his fingertips. He freezes, waiting on your next word.
Right, look. If it's business you're about, then be about it. Flaming fist could be on us any minute. Down you go. Entrance is behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
That's far enough. What's your business down here? Answer honestly and maybe we'll kill you clean. Where in the hell's is Rugen? I need that cargo. I never mentioned any cargo. And I don't care for people poking around in my head. Though it was subtly done, I'll grant you that. Maybe I can use you. We've disarmed the traps. Come down.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Don't get comfortable. Over there.
Well, don't you cut a fine figure? Want your portrait done? If you have the gold, my pet artist will make you a most heroical likeness. Let's say we're his patrons, yeah? Found him wandering the wilds alone. He needs protection. And if his paintings cover our costs, so much the better, eh? Are you looking to buy him? I'm open to offers, mate. Threats, not so much. All right, mate, all right. No need to get arsey about it. Take the money, bastard, if he means that much to you. That his crap would sell anyway.
There's no need for this. I can't say I've ever been bought before. How much did I fetch? No, don't tell me. There's nothing so depressing as learning one's true value. Well, you should at least know what you've paid for. I am the Oscar Fevras, at your service.
Do you know, of all the indignities heaped upon me in this place, that might well be the worst. It seems you've made quite the profit. My patron will see you rewarded. My betrothed, I should say.
Assuming Lady Janeth still wishes to marry me after our little, falling out. She offered me a future. And so, in a fit of madness, I told her of my past. Of the woman I'd loved before she found me. Loved still, in truth. She was less than pleased. I made a timely retreat into the countryside. To paint and clear my head. To choose, I suppose. Indeed. One to split the very soul. But I dare not dwell on it any longer, lest I weep. And we have your reward to consider. Once I have made my way safely back to the city. Say, I don't suppose you could spare some coin, could you? Ease the discomforts of the road some. A hero to the hilt. Seek me out in the city, truly. Beneath my brush, you'll live forever. Until Baldur's Gate, then.
Not many can talk their way into a Zhentarim outpost. I could use someone with your skills. Interested in a job? We're the finest mercenaries on the coast. We can provide you with anything. For a price. If you've got coin to spend and problems to solve, the Zhent will relieve you of both. But today I'm offering work, not looking for it. Some of our people are missing. More importantly, so is their cargo. Find them. Keep them alive if you can. Failing that, just bring that shipment back. Unopened. God damn it! What about the shipment? Good. Reckon you won't find it here, though?
What is it like on the astral plane? Your home realm intrigues me.
Githyanki lay their eggs on other planes. They cannot mature in the astral. I will only be welcomed once I obtain a Mind Flayer's head.
Freshened up and ready to fight.
Tell me, Gale, what is your interest in the astral plane?
Time. Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane,
Zara's promised a reward for
everything
this
is
chest.
eternal.
A sizable one. It will be my home soon enough. Should Vlaakith will it.
Yes, but who knows what's inside? It could be worth more than any purse she'll offer.
Did I see you drawing something earlier?
So? Can do a better job than that paunch you saw.
Keep it up, little brother. Might be I can sell you someday.
Oh.
Like Ma always...
You've already brought me bad news. Tell me you've got something better this time. The Sharba's black bones, you did it! And still sealed. You're a goddamn wonder. Here's your coin. Actual professionals are rare. You ever want more work? Come and see me in the gate. Our trader can show you some of our more exotic items now. But don't delay. This place is likely to be rubble soon. Someone kidnapped a duke. Right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will need someone to blame. I don't plan on it being us.
Did I see you drawing something? Keep it up, little brother. Might be I can sell you someday.
Oh.
Something I can help you with?
Of course. Got some interesting stock for a friend of the family.
Pleasure.
So it is spoken, and so is it done. Great God, help. Allow us peace in this plane and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt.
You've a particular way with words, Gale. Perhaps oration suits you more than battle. A dragon rider, my kin.
They're not
and near.
mutually exclusive. The weave is served best with a dash of elegance.
I tangled with a dragon once.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Gresham! Spare me. There's bigger problems right now than my manners. Look! That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. I doubt a fight against them would go your way. Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Hello, hello. I'm gonna take the dog out, so the stream's gonna be on pause for a little bit.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await. Kithrak, we must speak. Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child?
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid you attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification. strike me as cleverer than most Istiki Gale. Multiple tutors, I should
Something slashed up that rock.
Many a wise man and woman indeed. Waterdeep is the home of myriad scholars.
Ah, the City of Splendid.
Some
Spent a whole fleet's weight there with my father. What a delight.
What's that? I'm way too big.
At the ready.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape. Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
The visions fade and the voice falters as a strange energy swells around you. The many-sided artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
The voice is quelled. The artifact's doing.
No answer presents itself. The artifact is dormant. The voice and visions are gone.
That might be worth a look.
Flares later. Is there a Squid King or something?
No. Each Geich is servant to an elder brain. No king unites elders. Only their collective tyranny.
A mind flayer monarch. Imagine that. Such a thing could shatter worlds.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another tiefling prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food, the mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute. Food? No, not food. Too tough for your digestion, I fear. Perhaps friend, then. Friend. Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course. I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk. I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me. Such sweet suggestions. Have a care. You may make yourself stringy. Oh, but you do love to tease. Alas, not so much as a nibble. Food? No, not food.
Haven't seen that game in years.
Baldur. A war drum.
Shove out the claw! Drow coming through!
Next time, Grib will be on guard duty. Right, boss?
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
You look like looking to spend it.
Get moving.
Great Lord! Ah, a stranger in our fair camp, with fragulous crown and with sceptre abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had let you collide.
I reckon draw Ragslin's the gobbo in charge, the way this one's carrying on.
You! Move on!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I?
Wait a tick! That a friend of yours?
Oh, certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad. Draw Ragslin, draw Ragslin. I am. Draw Ragslin. Tumptuous. Draw Ragslin.
You broke him.
Wait, wait. Draw Ragslin. We pray. We.
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now look what you've done.
On.
Of course.
My name's Gribbo, idiot.
Right, yes. No.
Enjoying the view. Looking tasty in these new breeches, ain't I? Proper stylish, ain't they? Nicked 'em off this dwarf we're cooking. It's good meat, if you can get it. Better than bloody chicken, anyhow. Shame he was as poor as a chicken. Nothing in his pants except a couple of coins and some lousy poem. Sure you can. But a look's all you're getting. For all I know, this little roaster was some famous bard. And you'll be selling his last words for a pretty penny.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
I don't know. Rhymes and everything. Reckon that's got to be worth something. Pay up, and it's yours. Cheers, mate. There you go.
The dead gods only know where these roaches stowed house in.
Let's hope we find him in one piece.
Fresh disarm with me bare hands. Weaker than pixies, humans.
Oh, you got him good.
And who are you? Another pest? Think you rule the world just because you got a scary face? Ha!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Well, not us. Things are changing. We got the absolute on our side now. You better learn your place. Go on. Kiss my foot. Or I'll kick your head in, on face.
End him or leave him. But don't you dare grovel to this slug.
Ugh. Look, mate, just piss off. You're not welcome here.
The goblin stares, mouth agape. Then he sets his jaw and falls to his knees.
There. I've done it. Arrogant swine. What was I saying? I just had to talk to you.
Pressure.
I've got to take a
Pressure
piss.
just licks some toes.
Well, hello. What can I do for you? I would, but you have so many friends already. Excellent. Keep your distance, darling.
Your desire.
Wings! Reckon it can fly? No. Too fat. Dragons are fat and they fly by.
Sad is stick. What's a tick got to be sad about?
But it's massive. Still just a lid. It don't feel
This should burn going down.
Over here, lads! I propose a toast.
What's a tick got to be sad about?
This is your end.
Crush the bull bag! Bed them down!
Breathe deep and move.
Swords meet sorcery.
Torment!
Lovely little pick-me-up.
You notice a shiver run through his feathered coat. Fear, a desperate longing for the safety of his nest. But his mother is gone, taken. All that's left are these creatures. The cub tilts his head. He's considering it. He runs away. Only time will tell if he'll reappear.
Poor creature. I hope it can follow my scent to camp.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers. Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil gate vlakith mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust. Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon. Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Vlakith.
I will not let the Geich take me. I will earn Vlakith's honor. I will wait. But know this, I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all. I came just in time. You are transforming.
Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. You'll feel better. I promise.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise. I know. I felt it. You wouldn't have been able to take it. The artifact has a will of its own. It'd fight back if it didn't want to be with you. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help, just as it needs us. It's still just a box, after all. Might not be possible. It's stubborn that way. Prone to lashing out. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me. Told me the parasite in our heads could give us power. Sounds like it. What did you make of it? Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out. Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream. Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us. Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception. A wise choice. These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by illithid worms. Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it. Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of illithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word? Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
people will start talking with all the time we spend together. I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need? A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out some... Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little...
Bloody racket. Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your...
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
All right. Normally we stick you foreign types in the spider pit. But the Absolute says we're all making nice now. So in you go, I suppose. Well now, gonna have to be more specific than that. We're drowning in true souls, here we are. You here to see Priestess Gut, Boss Ragslin, or the Drow? Do you now? Might feel different once she puts a burning brand to ya. She's through the main doors. Just follow the smell of burnt goblin arse. Bloody racket.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here. Good. I wasn't intending to.
Might be we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
This ruin's dedicated to Seluna, vile moon witch. For once, the goblins' decorations are an improvement.
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they flee to, you stubborn rat?
Please, stop!
Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say we'll take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Alive.
No escape.
Please, let me out. There's no reason for this. Helsing, I don't know. He changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive. That's all I know. Please, get me out of here. somewhere underneath the temple. There's a hidden passage. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, these shackles. I don't want to die. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Someone's reported a theft in this area. It seems you're the likely culprit. What will you do? There are so few honest guards these days. Unfortunately for you, this is one of them. You're under arrest.
That won't work.
Please, get me out. I don't know. The boss didn't say. He just said some wizard called Leroakin would reward us if we found it. That's all.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the Grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger. The Grove. To the east. They wanted to know where we came from. They'll kill everyone. Please, I need to warn them.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here.
You recognize the Scourge. This man is a follower of Leviatar, goddess of pain.
Ah. Are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
Please. The things they do to that man? So crude and primitive. I was invited to teach them. I live for pain and its intricacies, you see. But, alas.
Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Exactly. Pain is an intimate thing. It should be delivered with a loving and measured hand.
But trying to discuss such subtleties with these creatures is simply...
Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror, dear one. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain. As the Maiden of Pain, the goddess Leviatar teaches us through penance, administered by my skilled hand. My work can grant peace and serenity, the likes of which few experience. It will be worth it. I promise.
I must see this. Don't you dare say no.
Oh, I have something exquisite in mind. Both Loviatar and I are interested in how you handle pain, dear one. And should you delight her, you will most assuredly receive her most gracious blessing. Trust me. Simply face the wall, and we can begin. Yes, this will do nicely. The pain you suffer will cleanse you. Do not fight it. You want more? As you wish, dear one.
Would you have joined up with him if you'd known he'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Wonderful. You want more? I'll give it to you.
My. Who knew our friend had so much blood in them?
Try not to lick your lips as you say that.
That's it! Welcome the pain. Let it become part of you. I hope that's a promise, dear one. Sweet child, you bore the pain like a true believer. I could feel Loviatar's pleasure with every sting of my scourge. I am proud to have served you this penance. You're starting to sound like the goddess herself, dear one. Loviatar herself found your performance inspiring. She has deemed you worthy of her blessing. And on a personal note, thank you. That was positively divine.
Your world has strange customs.
Don't grip me with the likes of them.
True. You wouldn't have the grit.
Again? Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Hey, he don't mind. Keeps him safe from me mates. Raids make him rabid.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Take him for a jog, why don't ya? And don't let the lads snatch him up. No, tell him what they'll do to him. Bring him back when he's all tuckered out. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Aha! Look at this! I'm quite saved! A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons. I intend to do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like this. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke? Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
That artifact is an heirloom of my people. Likely she spilled Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand.
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it. You hear that, Lae'zel? It's called common sense.
Tisk. You seek reason in dishonor. The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it. You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you. Surrender? A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That be? You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted. My good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then... tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat!
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Oh, fantastic! That squint does wonders for your gravitas, in my humble opinion. Though, perhaps there's something we can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
The dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth. He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile. Thank you. It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. It's somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite... The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was too. A great deal of trouble indeed.